Michael, you have 5 seconds to decide if you help this person, because otherwise I'm rolling a d6 of damage.
I
5,
help
4,
him.
3. What do you do? Say what you do. 2, 1.
I take out my wizard's wand, old gnarled wood, with a jewel set right into the hilt.
Please help me. I won't be able to get groceries for my children.
My spell slots only regain a quarter of my spell slots on a long rest now.
Sure.
Because I'm old. Put on the old afterburner, Fernibus with an F.
I'm sorry, like what?
Ludigan, I can't help but feel like this might be my fault.
It is your fault.
Hello, and welcome, travelers, to City of Town, an improvised D&D adventure. I'm Michael.
And I'm Casey. Now, Michael, what exactly is an improvised D&D adventure?
Well, I am so glad that you asked. An improvised D&D adventure is an adventure that Casey and I are going to make up entirely on the spot. No prep work, no character sheets, just infinite amounts of dragon slaying and infinite amounts of D&D improv fun.
That's right. Now, every adventure is around 60 minutes, and you do not have to have seen every other adventure that came before, because each and every adventure, have I said adventure enough times?
No.
Adventure. Every adventure is completely standalone. So, whether you have been playing since Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, or you're completely brand new to it, we are so excited to have you here to improvise and RP with us.
And you also do not have to have read all the Dungeons & Dragons rulebooks, because we loosely base everything off D&D 5e, but we do not go and reference the rulebooks. We never go and check the player's handbook, or the Dungeon Master's Guide, or the Monster Manual. We make up spells, we make up feats, we butcher the backstories of species and characters, because we're just here to have some fun.
Dang right. Now, we use 2 dice here over at City of Town. We use the D20 and the D6. We use the D20 for all attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. We use the D6 for everything else we come up with along the way. You'll know it when you see it. You'll see it when you know it.
And you'll also see it when you know it, when you see who the Dungeon Master is.
That's
'Cause
right.
one of us is the Dungeon Master, and the other one's the player.
Now, Michael, who is going to be our magnificent, bold, strong, resilient dungeon master today?
Well, it can only be one of the two of us. And if it's not me, which it's not, then that means by the power of deductive reasoning that the Dungeon Master is...
I feel like I'm in the worst...
Oh, it's you! You're the Dungeon Master!
That's right!
I figured it out!
Good job! That was a great nat 5 on investigation.
I got a -1 on it, so it's good.
Good job. Well, I'm very proud of you.
Thanks.
Michael, that means that you're going to be our lovely, strong, beautiful, heroic player.
That is what that means.
It is.
Oh, that's so fun.
I feel like I'm in the worst episode of Blue's Clues.
Can you see the clues?
I hate the clues.
Wow, I see a piece of paper that says who the Dungeon Master is, and there's a paw print on it. What could that mean? Blues Clues, Blues Clues. You know what to do. Sit down in a thinking chair and
How much of this song do you know?
think, da-da-na-na-na, because when we use our mind...
Okay, we're going to get sued. We have got to stop
we can
this.
do anything. I don't know how I remembered that. I have not sung that song in like 20 years.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know I forgot there was a blue. I was like an avid Blues Clues watcher, and I forgot there was a song.
It just suddenly popped in my head.
It erupted out at you.
And I had to sing it. That's programming from childhood.
That really is. Michael, I'm very proud of you, but I'm sorry, we have to move on. This is not a Blues Clues.
Please, I beg you, do not make this a Blues Clues adventure.
It's not.
Good.
It's
Thank
simply
God.
not. This adventure begins, as all great adventures do, with you. Kind of appropriate if anybody can hear my chair here creaking. You creak down the basement steps.
This damn hip.
I'm going to need you to roll a dexterity save.
Oh, God. It's not good. Look, as a young man, my dexterity was pretty great.
Yep.
Not so good now. That is a 6 minus 2, 4.
With a 4, you step on one of the loose stairs towards the basement as it cracks and breaks out from under you.
Oh, toadstools!
As you...
Oh, God.
Is this about to be your second character in like a row that is that we need captions for?
Yes. It is.
As you crash to the bottom of the stairs, taking a d6 worth of damage. That's 3 points of damage.
Oh, rat stools.
As you are stuck on the ground. Go ahead.
I have a diamond that my grandson gave me,
Okay.
which is enchanted, and it goes straight to the local constabulary, so that they can be alerted that my life's in danger.
Now, is constabulary a word?
Yeah, the constable.
You're like a damn thesaurus. I'm so impressed by you.
I'm really not. Dude, I hear people all the time with vocabularies so much better than mine.
You need to stop diminishing yourself, all right? I'm sick of it. I won't stand for it.
I gotta rub this diamond so the local constabulary knows I'm in danger. Help, I can't get up. Help, I can't. I have to say it 3 times. I have to say help, I can't get up 3 times before the diamond activates while I rub it. Help, I can't get up. That was the 3rd time.
Okay. As you hear, you see a voice or a face come on to the diamond as it looks at you and it says, "Thank you for calling Bard Alert. This is Debra. How may I help you?"
Damn bards. Back in my day, bards knew their place.
Yes, sir. Well, I can definitely take that to management. Is that what all you were calling for? I did notice that our diamond detected a fall. Is everyone okay?
No, I do. In fact, I need assistance.
Okay.
I'm in quite a bad way here. I got a bit of a finicky situation I gotta deal with.
Well, we do have quite a backlog of patients currently. So, are you currently bleeding out or in any inevitable danger of death?
Let me check. And I'm gonna check to see if I'm bleeding. I took damage.
Yeah.
Am I bleeding? I fell down a lot of stairs.
Yeah, you fell down a lot of stairs. Go ahead and...
my skin's real brittle. It's like tissue paper.
Yeah, now that you mention it, yeah, you're bleeding.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm not even going to need you to roll. Yeah,
I'm
your
bleeding.
tissue paper
Oh, yeah.
blood.
Yep, that's a lot of blood down there. Looks like I busted my leg on the way down.
Ooh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, why don't you stay on the line with me, and I'll get somebody dispatched to you just as soon as they can. Now, can I please get your name?
Fernibus.
Fernibus?
Fernibus with an F. F like
I'm sorry, like what? Did you say F like what?
F like fox.
Okay, sir, I'm either hearing F...
O-X. Like the animal.
Okay,
like the cute little animal.
I got you. F...
Fox. I cannot say F with this voice.
But sir, I understand you. F is in fox.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
wow, you're really one of the good bards.
Well, I'm actually a bard in training, so I really appreciate that. If you would like to stick around afterwards for a quick survey, we always appreciate that. My name...
Look, I don't know about time for a survey. If you guys don't get out here real quick, I'm going to have to use one of my spell slots to heal this here leg of mine.
Yes, of course, sir.
I only got so many of them, and they don't regenerate like they used to.
I completely understand, but unfortunately, we've only got an F within your name, so if you could continue to just please spell your name.
Fernibus. F.
I got the F. I don't need the F anymore, sir. I understand that you're currently bleeding, and so I really want to help you out as fast as possible. So
E-R-N-I.
Oh, N is in
Nancy.
Okay, N is in Nancy.
That's my granddaughter's name, by the way.
Is it really?
Yeah, she's a good girl. She's
sir,
studying at the Irrigation Tower.
Sir, I want to refocus up.
Oh, okay.
You are bleeding, so let's get you some help.
So that's F,
I don't need to go back. I got Fern. And I'm guessing... I? There's an I? Okay, Fernie.
B.
Okay.
U.
Right.
S.
Okay. Now I'm nearly... Okay, so I feel confident I got Fernibus.
Yes. That's it. You did it.
Unfortunately, we do work with a lot of elderly people, and your name, fun fact, was actually the most popular name of the second decade of Heroes.
Oh, yeah. My parents really were not creative.
All
They
right.
named me after the best hero of them all.
So,
Barnabas the Giant Slayer.
now, is that your name, Fernibus? You're just named after it. So what's your
Yeah.
last name? I need your last name, sir.
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire. Okay, I get that one.
Yeah, that's easier for me to say.
Yeah, that one actually came across pretty clearly. So that was Yorkshire. I'm guessing that's Yorkshire.
That is correct. Wow.
Okay, well, now
You sure do not spell.
I just need to confirm a few bits, a few more bits of information.
Nancy also is really good at spelling.
That's really impressive. I'm really
She
glad.
won a spelling bee.
Really?
Yeah, I was there. She got silver.
Was that recent?
Maybe, yeah, like 20 years ago.
Okay. Well, so does that mean that you are? I just need to make sure of your species really quickly.
Yeah.
Hand me it.
Yeah, good.
I just need to confirm your species really quickly.
Yeah, I definitely know what species I am.
You are. All right, folks, we're going to use our beautiful spinner.
What race will Fernibus Yorkshire be? The answer is... Goblin again?
How boring.
Yeah, we already did Goblin recently.
Okay, new rule. When we use it, we need to erase it. And
Oh,
fill it
and
in
put
with
a
something
new,
else.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we're figuring this out, guys. It's going to choose, like, Goblin again.
It is... I'm a Dragonborn.
Yep. Okay. Yep, I see you right
I'm
here.
an old Dragonborn with tissue paper-like skin.
I see you right
See,
here.
I got a condition where all my scales fell out.
Really?
Got no more scales.
Well,
It's this stupid tissue paper skin.
I'm sorry to
It's
hear.
almost see-through.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well,
That's tough when you get older. Don't get old.
Fernibus, I'm going to need you to... I'm really kind of getting nervous about you. You're starting to go off on tangents.
Yeah, I'm getting a little lightheaded because of all the blood loss.
Well, I can't have somebody...
There's quite a puddle over here now.
I can't have somebody teleported over to you right away. I just want to make sure that your fireplace is not on. Because they are going to come through the fireplace, and if it's on, I don't want our team to get burned.
Yeah, let me think about that. So, earlier on, I put the kettle on. Did I ever end up taking the kettle off? I'm going to roll a 50-50 chance of whether or not...
High, low, what do they mean?
So, high, the fireplace is off. Low, fireplace is on.
Okay.
So,
Low,
6.
fireplace is on. That's what she said? You said
yeah, but I
high,
didn't...
fireplace is off.
Yeah,
low, fireplace
that
is
roll
on.
I just didn't make any sense. Okay.
What do you
so
mean?
Fernibus is going to say the fireplace is off. I remember taking that kettle off. Now I'm going to roll and see if it's really on or off. But he said it's off.
What?
The fireplace is on and he said it's off.
Okay. All right, I appreciate...
Did that make sense? I
Okay.
just really want to make sure that made sense.
No. But I'm willing to move on. But, so your high was... So the first one was to see whether he thought it was on or off.
No, the first roll was just a mistake. I did a terrible job understanding how to do this.
That's why players should not decide to do their own rolls.
So we should ignore the first roll. Then I figured out how to properly do it. Fernibus declared to
Yes.
the 911 operator that the fireplace is off. Then I rolled to see if it actually was off, and I rolled low, which means that it's actually on.
Do you get that, guys?
Do you get that?
I understand it, but my brain wants to reject it.
Okay.
My brain
Yeah.
wants this to not have occurred.
Okay.
But we're going to go
it
with
did.
it, and it did. There's no going back.
Yeah.
It's been spoken. It is the reality that we live in. So you
the
tell her.
fireplace is off. Nope. No way that fireplace is on.
I understand, sir. Well, we're having. That's it. I have Mr. Ludigan. That is Lu.
Oh, I know Mr. Ludigan.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
oh,
he's
fantastic.
been here loads of times.
Well,
He's helped me change out my lanterns when they go out.
that's amazing. Well,
Yeah, real nice young fella.
he really is, and he'll be.
Big fan of my cookies. I make a lot of cookies.
Debra,
Look, I made a frustrating character.
Debra is a fucking saint for dealing
Debra
with
is
this.
is the same. Ludigan. Okay, let me write down that name.
Yeah, why don't you write down Ludigan? And Debra responds, yes, well, Mr. Ludigan, he is just finishing up with Miss Spurnshire, who's right down the street from you.
Spurnshire.
Yeah, you don't have a good relationship with Miss Spurnshire because she's actually done noise complaints on you before.
Because she doesn't like my loud music.
Yeah.
I'm young at heart. And also hard of hearing.
That's right. You love your old classic ditties at a high volume.
Yep.
Who can complain about that other than Mrs. Spurnshire?
Mrs. Spurnshire.
Well, he'll be getting there in just a moment. Do you want me to stay on the line with you while we wait?
Yes, please.
Great. Well, if you wouldn't mind, I can run you through that quick survey about how I did.
You know what? I think I can be okay alone for a little bit until Ludigan gets here.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, if there's anything else that you need, please let us know. And she's just going to kind of keep on with her spiel for a second as do you just hang up on her?
Thanks, Debra. Hang up.
As she bleeps out, you have to wait for a few minutes as you continue to bleed. Are you going to do anything to help yourself while you're waiting?
Yeah, I shape water to kind of push the blood back in. That's only a cantrip for me, so I don't want to waste a spell slot. Look, my spell slots on a long rest only regain a quarter of my spell slots on a long rest now.
Sure.
Because I'm old.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense as you use water to attempt to... As you use water to attempt to push this blood back in, which the blood just leaks into the water. And so you kind of are more just flushing out your body than anything else. I'll go ahead and have you roll a medicine check.
Okay.
See how this goes, though. And I'm going to give you, you know what? Go ahead.
That's a 7 plus 5, 12.
7 plus 5 on medicine?
Well, high intelligence. I'm a wizard.
Okay.
I'm actually a pretty powerful wizard.
Yeah.
I just cherish these spell slots.
You're a frugal, intelligent wizard.
Yeah. I'm not just going to willy-nilly spend my spell slots.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to let it be that this does prevent a little bit of blood loss. However, this is what I would argue a strange choice. And so I'm going to give you another D6 of damage while you're waiting.
Okay.
It could have been worse.
Get back in there, blood.
That's 5 points of damage. So you're up to 8 points of damage total.
I'm not doing great.
What are you at?
I started at 12. Now I've got 4.
Okay.
And look, I'm old.
Yeah.
The hit points have gone down over the years.
Yeah.
Back when I was younger and a level 9 adventurer, they were pretty high.
People don't know that really it's like it grows in HP and then, you just turn a corner and it starts to go down a little bit. It's kind of like a hill. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's a term for that. I'm sure there's a term for that in stats or something.
Where the heck's that Ludigan?
Oh, yeah, right.
Otherwise, I'm going to end up having to use Greater Restoration on this.
And right at that moment, you hear screaming coming from upstairs.
Oh, darn. Guess I left the kettle on.
as Ludigan, you know what?
Ludigan, get down here and I'll put out the flames.
Let's see how Ludigan does, because he's pretty caught unawares by this.
If you get down here...
I'm going to give him Dex with disadvantage.
Ludigan, I can fix it.
So, you hear Ludigan screaming as he suddenly comes sprinting at the stairs and is going to fall down them, taking 2d6 of damage as he crashes to the bottom landing towards you. Are you going to do anything to move yourself away from him while he's falling?
I'll try to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, go ahead and do Dex.
Nat 20.
Oh, wow.
And we play where nat 20s do actually affect skill saving throws.
They do.
That was pathetic. Casey just dropped all of his dice.
Well, we're back, baby. So he falls.
Whoa! Look out there, Ludigan!
But you expertly, you just kind of push yourself and roll, and like, it feels so epic to you. It doesn't actually look that epic when you watch it because you literally just roll a little bit.
I kind of like just
to
flop
get
over
from him.
Oh, bump.
As he crashes to the ground. Are you gonna cast like shape water or anything to put out the flames?
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little overboard though. I'm gonna cast Blizzard.
Blizzard?
Yep.
Does that do damage?
Yeah. It's an area effect.
Okay. Now, are you sure? Your character you've said is intelligent, so I want to give you this opportunity to just make sure that you're going to use
All right,
Blizzard.
I'll cast the lesser known Cold Snap.
Okay.
Which is just going to drop the temperature of this room by 80 degrees.
That still feels like it's going to do damage.
Over time. If we stay in the cold room, yeah. But yeah, no, it's not going to hurt right away to suddenly be cold.
Okay. Fair enough. You cast Cold Snap, you
Cold
said?
Snap.
Yeah, you cast Cold Snap.
And I do have to snap and blow when I do it.
Does that... Okay.
And the whole basement's just going to become like -5 degrees.
Okay, as the whole area becomes -5 degrees, but you notice that he's...
I'll get that fire out right away for you, Ludigan.
Is it like air shoves it? Like, what's happening with this spell? I'm just so
It
curious.
just all gets cold.
Okay, so he's still on fire, because fire doesn't just go away because it's cold. Fire requires two things, oxygen, and that's pretty much it, actually, and something to burn. So he's still on fire.
Oh, yeah, you got a really good point.
So it's really cold in here
But now
now.
there's condensation.
Huh?
Now there's condensation because of the cold. I shape water, and I start taking the blood, and I kind of like mist it over him so that it'll like become like snow and snow down onto the fire.
Okay, while you're doing this, which it just takes
Don't worry, man. We're gonna get this fixed. And I'm throwing blood with shape water.
Okay.
Not much longer now, Ludigan. Oh my God. We'll get you shorted right out.
Okay, high or low, Michael?
High.
Okay.
Feeling lucky.
Okay. Yep. As you create this kind of winter wonderland in your basement.
Yeah.
As
of
snow
blood rain.
falls
It
on
is blood.
Oh yeah. Okay, blood, snow, and some sleet falls onto him as the flames dissipate. He lays there. I mean, his skin kind of turning both blistery and like black and charred, but also blue from being cold. As he is now in this -5 degrees room where he is also in deep agony. He looks terrible, is the end result. He looks as though he is on the verge of death.
Ludigan, are you okay?
Please help me. If I don't keep going on to my next appointment on time, they'll fire me, and I won't be able to get groceries for my children.
Ludigan, I can't help but feel like this might be my fault. On account of you're here just because I wanted to save a spell slot.
It is your fault. Please help me.
I will. Let me help. I can't help you till I help myself. 1 second.
I can't help myself.
Greater restoration on my leg. I'm going to spend that spell slot.
Truer words from a player have never been said.
Yes. So greater restoration on my leg to fix that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, with that, I would go ahead and roll 2d6 to heal yourself. As your leg, the wound covers itself up.
8. So I'm back at full health.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Your leg, it looks just as it did. You're perfectly healthy.
Oh, and I get up and kind of stretch like, oh, yeah, okay. Feeling better now. Now, Ludigan, do you bring any medicine or supplies with you? I'd rather not use another spell slot.
They're still upstairs. I dropped them.
Let me go get those. I'm gonna start up the stairs with my creaky bones.
And really quickly before we do that, your spell Cold Snap, the cold
lasts for an hour.
Okay, it lasts for an hour. I wanted to check on that. Okay, so area of effect, and it is lasting for an hour. You probably need to move pretty freaking quick.
Oh, I'm whip snapper fast. Here we go. Putting on the old afterburner.
Go ahead and roll Dex. See how you get up here.
-2 to Dex. That's a 9 - 2, 7.
On a 7. Okay, on a 7, you get up to that same step where you fell the last time as you feel it give underneath you.
I forgot about the step.
God
damn it.
Your foot actually falls through the hole that is there now, as you fall forward, your leg falling into there.
Parsnips!
I'm going to, because you're kind of weak and you're like in a frail state, and falling is honestly one of the most dangerous things for anybody who's old.
It is. PSA.
Yeah. I'm going to roll and you take 2 points of damage.
Oh, I just got those points back.
I know. As you fall there and you hear a familiar voice. Oh, I just heard that there was a fall. This is Debra. Can I get your name, please?
Debra, this is Fernibus.
Who?
Fernibus? I was just talking to you.
Oh, you might have been talking to my clone.
Oh, they got clones of you bards now, huh?
Yeah, well,
they were bad enough when they made the bard class to begin with.
Yeah, so we
got clones of bards.
So you were talking to Debra. Do you know what Debra you were talking to?
No, it was just a very nice bard. She was one of the good ones named Debra.
Okay.
But look, Debra, I don't have time to talk to you right now. There's a man that I gotta save.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well, I can send somebody to help. Let me just see. Now I'm looking at your geolocation and I see that.
My geo what?
Oh, your location. We're able to detect where you are based on your.
You spying on me?
Well, no. You voluntarily opt into the geolocation as well as a few other.
No way.
Voice.
Never would.
Do you want me to turn it off?
Debra, I don't think I have time for this right now.
I'm just
Ludigan is bleeding out.
Ludigan. Okay, I was gonna say that Ludigan arrived. He's bleeding out now.
He's bleeding out.
Okay.
He had himself an accident.
Can you tell me like how close to death he is? Because we do have a bit of a backlog of patients, so I just need to make sure whether or not we need to send somebody immediately.
Well, I'm kind of stuck right now. Otherwise, I'd go check.
You would what?
Go check.
Oh, you're stuck as well.
Okay. Ludigan, how you doing down there?
You're the faintest of moans.
I'm going fast as I can.
Please help. Please.
You know what, Debra? I'm starting to feel like once again, I'm putting somebody at risk, actually the same person at risk, by being miserly and not using up a spell slot.
Whoa.
So you know what? I'm going to use a spell slot, and I'm going to fix this here situation.
Oh, wow.
And I misty step out of this spot, down to where Ludigan is.
You easily step right over Ludigan, who is now, like, his eyes are just sort of drifting. His lips are a deep purple as you see just the smallest rising of air from his mouth.
Ludigan, don't worry. I used the spell slot to get me out of the stairs so that I can help you. Now, I just need to find another way to get to your medicine supplies so that I can get them down to you and save your life without using up another spell slot.
Please hurry. is all
Come
he
to think of it, I really should have misty stepped up to the top of the stairs instead of down here to the bottom of the stairs.
It's a really good point. Sir, well, if there's nothing else, if you wanted to do a...
Oh, Debra, are you sending someone?
Oh, did you want me to? You seemed really like...
Yeah, Ludigan's in real trouble here.
Okay, yeah, I'll get somebody sent right away. You should be getting Gurdigan, who will be arriving shortly.
Gurdigan.
And if there's anything else that you need, otherwise...
Is that Grootigan?
Exactly.
Good. Oh, I know Gurdigan.
Yeah, I see here that he's come to your place quite a few times.
Yeah, he helps clean out my gutters
Well,
when they get all clogged up with leaves
that's
and
amazing.
bird droppings and dead rats.
I love that for you. Now, if you wouldn't mind filling out a quick survey while I'm on the phone with
Okay,
you.
thanks, Debra. Boop.
Okay, so what are you...
Ludigan, hold on. Gurdigan's coming.
Are you going to do anything to help Ludigan while Gurdigan is coming?
Ludigan, is there anything? I can't go up the stairs. It's the only way out of the basement. Well, I guess there is also the storm cellar door. Anything I can do for you? Before I go up.
So cold.
Oh, you're cold? Let me get you a blanket.
And I'm gonna go start rummaging in my trunk for a blanket.
Okay.
I don't find a blanket, but
Wait, you're going to your truck?
trunk.
Trunk?
I did have a trunk down here in the basement.
I was like, we have trucks?
And it's my old adventuring trunk.
Yes.
And in it, I don't find a blanket, but I do find my old wizard's cloak.
Are you? So you take your
And
wizard's cloak and
I remember this here wizard's cloak.
you place it gently.
This here wizard's cloak.
Never mind. You're reminiscing. I forgot.
This old wizard's cloak of me. We had many good days together.
Yes.
We always really, oh, Ludigan. Oh, sorry. Let me get back over here.
I go back over. I'm gonna lay the wizard's cloak on top of him. And the wizard's cloak does have what's called an aura of protection.
You lay this gently.
Is Ludigan dead?
You lay this.
Did Ludigan die?
You lay this gently upon Ludigan. This aura of protection emanating strength and vigor, but you notice Ludigan's eyes stare up, blank, empty, and dead.
Ludigan.
Ah! As you hear a scream from upstairs.
Oh, gosh. What in the blazes is that?
Blazes is actually a pretty accurate description for it. Because again, because you never turned off the fire.
Well, I haven't been up there.
And you didn't mention it to Debra that there was a fire
This
going.
Debra clone is slacking at her job. She didn't ask about the fireplace this time.
And as you hear a scuffle upstairs.
This is just a bad
Let's
procedure
see.
that these
Let's
guys have.
This guy does. Oh my god.
Gurdigan, don't come down here. The stairs are dangerous. You stay up there. I'll come to you.
You hear a terrible breaking upstairs as you see a body at the top of the stairs.
Gurdigan.
And
Gurdigan, that you?
he hears you say, "Don't come down here," as he tries to turn, but he steps on just like a piece of cloth at the top of the stairs and falls backwards.
Oh, no, my decorative rug.
Your decorative rug that had been melted a little bit by Ludigan, so is extra slick.
Yeah.
So he's going to fall and he's going to take 3d6 of damage because he rolled absolutely terribly. Okay, that wasn't bad. So he takes 11 points of damage. He sat down the stairs, falls, and craters down next to Ludigan. He's still, trying to ride. He actually, his legs are broken as he tries to, try to roll himself to put out the flame himself. But he can't actually because he just does not have the strength anymore. This man is burning to death. In negative 5-degree heat because it still has not been an hour. Although there is a bit of sleet and water on the floor that does actually
bloody sleet.
Yeah, it diminishes some of the flames, so you have a little bit longer to act, though there are still just like little wisps of fire. What are you going to do to help this man? Or are you? Because so far, you've sort of not.
Gurdigan. I really feel like this is my fault.
It is. It desperately is.
And I feel like I've been growing a lot today. And I think I could spare a spell slot to help you out here.
I believe in you. But I'm so nervous because you're taking so much time. Michael, you have 5 seconds to decide if you help this person. Because otherwise I'm rolling a d6 of damage. 5,
help
4,
him.
3. What do you do? Say what you do. 2, 1.
I cast vacuum, and all the air sucks out of the room.
All of the oxygen and air immediately evaporates from this room as
And I hold my breath.
you hold your breath without warning. Suddenly, this man who was on fire, at least isn't on fire anymore, is struggling for breath, was not necessarily taking in deep breaths beforehand, so he is now out of oxygen. Although with the lack of oxygen, I guess the coldness still remains the same.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really change. Okay, how long does this last?
1 round, so 6 seconds.
6 seconds. Okay, as the 6 seconds last, pretty expertly holding your breath as it's only 6 seconds, so I don't feel that that's needing of a roll.
And I feel alive.
You feel vigorous, dude.
I feel like I'm 37 years young.
And that was 272 years ago.
As oxygen suddenly comes back into the room, as
Woo-wee!
Gurdigan takes in a deep breath and then like looks over to Ludigan and starts to scream in panic.
No, Gurdigan. Gurdigan, don't worry.
What have you done?
He died of natural causes.
There's nothing that looks natural. As he's gonna panic at that and start to like try to crawl away a little bit, like but pretty
Ludigan.
helplessly.
Gurdigan, sorry, I mixed you guys up. Gurdigan, stop!
But I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder to stop him from running. I'm not strong enough to like stop him.
Yeah, but he's also.
I'm just trying to calm him.
Okay, go ahead and you're both gonna roll grapple checks with disadvantage.
Oh, perfect.
One of you because you're old, and the other because he's broken.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Well, that was great. That was a 4 - 1.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. So he kind of shirks you off, but he's like still pretty pathetically moving, so it's not like he's getting far away from you. But
Gurdigan, listen here.
What did you do? He was my favorite clone.
I was trying to help him.
Hello?
They got clones, you clerics, too?
They cloned all of us. They found it cheaper to clone rather than to hire people for fair wages.
What is this here world coming to? Well, Gurdigan, you got yourself some medicines? Because I saved you with the spell slot.
Let's see if he was able
I'd rather, that was a level 4 spell slot to do that there spell. And they don't regenerate like they used to.
Okay. You know what? That's a super fair question. High or low, Michael, to see whether he in his
I've guessed high every time so far, and it hasn't worked out. So I'm gonna go with low.
I think the
could be
last one had
misremembering.
succeeded.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. It was high.
He does not have his.
They're upstairs. I dropped him when I got caught on fire.
Well, do you think you could wait while I go get him? Hold on. I feel like I'm making the same mistake again that I made earlier with Ludigan.
What mistake was that?
Well, I partially saved him, and then I made him wait while I was trying to go upstairs to get his medicine.
Right.
And he died because of the wait. When I could have just saved him with a spell slot. I'm going to go ahead and cast greater restoration on you.
Ludigan looks just an absolute like his body is just destroyed. You're gonna cast Greater Restoration though.
Yes.
Okay.
Gurdigan, prepare yourself. Here we go.
And I cast Greater Restoration on him.
Okay. Let's see. He was literally 1 point away from death, so he's doing a lot better now. As he's going to take 10 points of healing. As
Wow.
the wounds start to clear themselves up. His bones creak and crack back into place as he lurches back to life. You saved me.
You feeling better now, you young whippersnapper, clone cleric boy?
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you're mighty welcome. That did cost me quite a few spell slots. I'm down 5 whole spell slots today.
What happened with Ludigan?
I didn't want to spend the spell slots.
What? But he...
Do you understand? Now that I'm older, back when I was a young'un like you, I could just sleep the night away, then got my spell slots back. But now that I'm 306 years young, the spell slots, they don't come back too quick. So I gotta wait a long time. Many nights of slumber before I get all my spell slots back. This is costly.
Well...
My spell slots are all I got. Ever since my wife left me and Nancy don't talk to me no more.
Wow. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. See whether he's on your side about
Only
this.
one who ever talks to me is you, Ludigan, and Mrs.
Spurnshire?
Spurnshire.
That was a 19. What is this, a persuasion check?
Yep.
19 plus 2, 21.
Yeah. Well, I understand. I'm sorry you had such a bad day. I've been telling him we need to stop having it be that we arrive within the fireplace. So...
Yeah, I would say that Ludigan's death was unavoidable.
If you wouldn't mind filling out a quick survey, we could make sure that this type of stuff doesn't happen again.
Don't you think I've been through enough today, but we're spelling all those spell slots? I had to heal myself. Why do I even subscribe to this dang service? Costing me more than I'm getting out of it.
You could do...
I've had to save 2 of you guys today.
You didn't.
Now, what say you get this here corpse out of my basement?
You yell about all of this as he drags Ludigan up the stairs, dragging him over to the fireplace.
Wait, does he get past the step?
Oh, no.
Danger step?
Oh, no. He does.
Thank God.
I
Michael the player, was sincerely hoping that he made it past danger step.
his foot was about to go in the hole, and then he noticed it and stepped right above it as he keeps dragging his clone Ludigan up the stairs.
Wait a second.
As I get to the top of the stairs, I'm gonna
Oh no!
and come up after them.
Go ahead and roll a
Oh God!
dexterity.
I forgot about this fucking thing. Literally moments after talking about it. Jesus. 9 minus 2 is 7. Again.
Oh my God! This is not that hard of a roll. It's just not. But you,
as I start to fall, I cast Feather Fall on myself.
You fall backwards, but narrowly save yourself as you slowly come down. Your foot gets stuck in the hole, but you're able to kind of remove it.
That there was a close one.
And I want to. Is that okay?
Yes, you keep walking up the stairs.
See, that was another spell slot I had to use there. Now, before you go,
and I'm gonna reach down to Ludigan and take my cloak of protection off of him.
You take this bloody, gross, there's skin that's melted onto it.
now I'm going to have to get this cleaned professionally. And I expect that the alert life
Yes.
is going to pay for this.
Yes, we would be more than happy to. I'll would you like me to go and drop it off?
No, I think I can handle that myself.
All right.
Not sure I trust you guys after this display here today.
Okay, well, again, if you wouldn't mind, maybe, if you're... No, it's not. You're not going to. As he, like, shrugs his head.
What? Well, oh, hold on. I feel like I might be being unfair. That maybe I put you guys through a good amount today. Like, what is it? What are we going to ask me to do? Maybe I can do you a favor.
Well, I was just going to, if you wouldn't mind, not filling out a survey with how unhappy you are. You know?
You mean not complain?
Yeah.
So, you could ask me any favor. You could ask me to fill out a positive survey. But you're not going to. You just want me to not fill out a survey. You're asking me to not do anything.
That's correct.
You know what? If you'd asked me to fill out a positive one, I would have said no.
I know. I asked you already.
But because you asked me to do nothing, I will do you this favor.
That's very gracious of you, Gurdigan says
As Gurdigan says, that's very gracious of you. I feel something. My heart beats harder and faster. And my spine straightens up just a little bit.
Wow.
I did something nice for someone. I did something for someone and they appreciated it.
Yeah.
And maybe my lack of generosity has been holding me back in my old age. And like maybe that's why my wife left and why Nancy won't talk to me. Because I've been miserly and stingy and selfish.
Well, you can see yourself out. I got a lot of thinking to do.
All right. Well, if you need any more assistance, always feel free to contact us. As Gurdigan pulls Ludigan into the fireplace and the two of them teleport away.
What nice young fellas. Well, I think I have a new perspective on life now. And with this, I want to fix what I broke. But instead of reaching out to my wife or my daughter, I think I should start with the only other person in this town I know besides Ludigan and Gurdigan. Mrs. Spurnstein.
Spurnshire.
I think I should go and make amends.
You travel over.
Well, this is a grand adventure.
Yeah.
For me. Going
Please.
down the block.
Yeah. Go ahead and describe it.
First of all, I put on my cloak. I go down to the trunk. I open it up.
I'm sorry. You go downstairs?
I go around the side through the storm cellar.
Okay.
I open the trunk. Inside, I take out my wizard's wand, old gnarled wood with a jewel set right into the hilt. I feel it and wrap my bony tissue paper thin skinned fingers around it. I lift out my old pointy hat that actually has 5 points on it at the top, kind of like a crown. It like goes towards a point and then becomes more points. I put it on my head. I take out my old spectacles and put my new spectacles down and my old spectacles on. And I slip into my old walking boots, my old adventuring boots.
Dang.
Which allow me to move at twice the speed that I normally walk, but that's still really slow. It goes from like 5 feet per round to 10 feet per round.
As you step out onto the sidewalk, you walk down the block, moving blistering fast.
I feel the wind on my skin.
And with that, we will end today's session. Wow. Mr. Fernibus.
Fernibus.
Mr.
That's my
Fernibus.
first name. My last name's Yorkshire.
Yeah, Mr. Fernibus, Yorkshire. Well, Michael, thank you so much.
That's a character that's going to Live on and through the ages.
Oh, yes. I honestly, that we're going to have him back every week.
Every single week.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Fernibus Yorkshire Show.
Michael, thank you so much for being a great player.
And thank you, Casey, for being an epic dungeon master.
You freaking got it. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you like, subscribe, leave comments down below, anything like that. Let us know what you're thinking about the show. And if you have any suggestions, anything like that, we're always open to it. And we'll see you in our next adventure.
See you guys soon.